All right, all right. Let's let
What's
everybody
up?
come
What's
on
up? Hey.
in.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna let everybody come on in, because I got
Come
my
on in.
girl.
What's
I got
up?
my
What's
queen
up?
Jay.
Yes.
Y'all know, y'all know how crazy we used to be when y'all used to see us. So
Yeah.
if we get to tripping tonight, just stick with us. Just stick with
Just
us.
gonna be just a tad bit. I'm gonna share this on my page.
Mm-hmm. Y'all come on in. I see a couple of y'all on here. So I need y'all to just go ahead and hit that share button. And as y'all hit that share button, come on in. Hey, Mother Wiggins, how you doing? How you doing?
Oh no. Hey.
When you look at the screen, if anybody have any questions or anything of that sort, that's you'll see me do that so that you can see
Okay.
it. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so y'all go ahead and share this. Share this to your page.
Yeah, share.
Want to make sure that
Okay.
you know, y'all get on in where you fit on in
Come
at.
on in. Come on in. Let's talk. Let's talk.
It's Friday night.
It's Friday night, and I'm with my sister, my queen.
We this is another segment of Friday Straight
Right?
Transparency.
Wow.
And hey, Diminy, how you doing, my girl? That's another queen. That's another queen, y'all.
Queen. Hey,
She
queen.
she on the rise, and she's straight up when it comes to the sisterhood. So
Oh,
we don't
awesome.
we don't welcomed her in, and that's my girl. That's my girl. So
Awesome.
y'all
Nice.
share this. As soon as y'all come in and y'all hit share, we got to we chatting with Queen Sister tonight, and we about to just keep this thing real all the way around. And
Yes.
we talking about chatting with Queen Sister. That means we talking about our sisterhood. We talk about our black queenhood, our queendom ship.
Queendom. The hood.
We just go give it to
Yes.
y'all. We doing good. We doing good, Diminy. We doing good.
I'm doing well. I can't complain at all. Can't complain.
All right, so y'all continue to make sure y'all share this. So it is Friday night. It is straight transparent Friday, straight transparency, and
Yes.
y'all
Yes.
know me, Miss Peaches. Yeah, Prophetess Marie Huntley. I am moving up, being elevated, and I am gonna walk this thing out. How guys say, walk it out.
Walk it out.
Y'all,
Walk it out.
me being a prophet don't change me being a regular civilian. Okay, because people think people listen. I'm gonna uphold Christianity. I am going to do that,
Right.
but
Yes. Yes.
God has me in a very transparent place, and that's
Mhm.
exactly what I'm gonna do with it. So the title that He gave me, because I didn't give myself that title. I didn't go and get on in somebody college, and I didn't go online to get it. I was called. So trust me, when we would people know when they get called, they always running away from it and don't want to kind of do it. So anywho, um, but I'm with my sister Jandra Alexander. I call her Queen J. I call her Queen Sister, but sometimes just J. You know, because we go back. You know,
Yes.
and the thing about it is I haven't known her for years and years and years, like a lot of people have, but it seems like I have because it was an instant connection. Like we worked together, we did a lot of stuff in the community together, and it was always an uplifting time. She gave me some little nuggets, because she know I could be a hard head sometimes. So she give me some little nuggets, keep me calm, and she a silent viper. Yes, she is. So
Yeah.
don't let the little small frame fool you. But she has always uplifted me. So I want to go ahead introduce her and turn it over so that she can introduce herself. I'm gonna mute my phone just for the sake of feedback, but we're gonna get this discussion started.
All right. So, hey everyone, as she said, I am Jandra, and I go by many names. Jay, as she said, I'm also a singer, so Miss Gospel Funk is my stage name, and also Miss J. Depends on the venue. But I am the CEO of Queen Sister. It was something that was birthed out of a movement that I started called Raising Queens. So it's that's my baby, and I enjoy what I do, and I'm just I'm excited to be on here with Miss Prophetess Queen Peaches. That's what I call it, Queen Peach. And I'm ready. Ready to chat.
Hey, Apostle, how you doing? What's up, Robin?
Hey.
Y'all go ahead and share this live. Share this live.
Apostle, my mommy is on. Mommy, you may want to cover your ears.
You know how we do it.
Yeah.
I give honor to Apostle tonight, but I also give honor to, my bishop and first lady as well, all the way from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bishop Chris Holloway, and also Elder Serena Holloway, which is his wife of Divine Worship Center in Knoxville, Tennessee. And that's the covenant that I pretty much came up under, probably about a year ago. Because Colorado is something else.
I believe.
Beautiful place. No church. It's churches, but
no church.
When COVID came, they meant to stay closed. So, that's where I've been fellowshipping and keeping myself, Robin, keeping myself.
What is she saying? Praise the Lord, everybody.
Keeping myself kind of rounded. So, Friday Straight Transparency is how I do that with my sisters, with my brothers, to stay connected and to stay in contact. Hey Denise, how you doing? So we're gonna talk, and you know me, I like to just throw stuff out there. But what I want them to know is, what I want the audience to get is a little bit more about who Jandra is and the journey, where you came from. Why are you? How did you get into queen sistership and sisterhood? Put it like that.
Sisterhood.
Why is that so important to you?
Well, one of the things that I am very, very strong. I'm very strong on family. And just to give some background, I am an original Fort Lauderdale chick. I was born and raised right here in Fort Lauderdale. I've been here pretty much all of my life. I did move away for a moment, and I am going to talk and just expound a little bit about that, a little later on, once we get everything flowing. But I'm from here, and one of the things I've always been passionate about is, one, family, and then two, community, and how I can build my community, how I can make a difference in my community. And I've been that way since probably high school. It's always just been a huge passion of mine, even before I had my daughters. So before I had my daughters, I prayed and I told God, I said, hey, you know what? I want 4 girls, actually. I didn't say 3, the 3 that I have, but I wanted 4, because I just felt the strong need to just nurture some girls. I don't know what it was in me. I don't know how this strong desire was planted in me. I guess I have 3 sisters. So I saw my mom raise 3 girls, and she raised us in a way that wasn't as typical as some parents. We didn't have freedom, yet we were free. And then she's also had a very, very strong arm. my mom. And my dad was, I love him to pieces, but he was a little pushover. So just growing up in that type of environment, women around my aunts, my grandmother, my cousins, it's just women, women, women. But at times, even though you have a lot of women around you, sometimes you may tend to fall through the cracks. Things happen where uh, perhaps some resources are lacking. And like I said, I don't want to jump the gun because I really want to give the journey to where I am today. And that is going to have a lot to do with my time in Atlanta, um, getting back here to Fort Lauderdale. So basically, that's pretty much everything about me. Like I said, I'm from here. I'm a singer. I've worked in the community. I was one of the program directors at the YMCA. A lot of people know me from there. I am now at Mount Bethel Human Services as their one of their social workers there. So God is great, and I'm ready to tell the journey.
And that's what
It
we
took
do.
a lot for
Yeah.
me to get to this point,
Hmm.
um, where in which Queen Sister was birthed. So it was more so birthed out of my passion for raising my daughters, and um, a lot of the resources I just had because of where I was, if you understand what I'm saying. So I knew a lot of other parents did not have the opportunities that I had, wherein resources was right there for me. So I pushed and pushed for other girls to gain what my girls were getting, gain what I was able to give them. Um, and believe me, it was a lot. So out of that, out of my desire for all girls to have certain opportunities, not saying that we were rich, what I did, I pulled partners to help with the vision. And from there, Queen Sister was birthed.
Man.
Where Queen Sister is from. So, uh, but like I said, yeah.
And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about making sure that we love on each other like a family. So you take
Hmm.
it. So not wanting to, as a black woman,
Hmm.
black queen in today's society, we often we know how hard the struggles are. Some of us have
Right.
seen the struggles raising children, especially single parents such
Single
as yourself,
parent.
and it's not always easy. But what we've come to realize as single parents is that whatever we have done when it goes in our house to try to give our children the best, is always that, let me bring another one into the fold. If I can help this mother over here with her daughter over here,
Yes.
um, try to get her what she need to assist her with this.
Hmm.
And that's the thing I love about sisterhood. We share common stories. We share some things that we've been through one to another, but we never forget that we have to go back to get those who are less fortunate.
Right. And we are our sister's keeper. And I don't
We're
care
supposed to
how,
be.
um, what you said,
We're supposed to be.
we're supposed to be, but it is up to me to keep my end of the bargain.
There
You
you
may
go.
not keep your end of the bargain, but as far as I am concerned, I am going to make sure that you are good. And that is an earnest desire of mine to not see any, especially young parents that are struggling. And contrary to popular belief from some men, some fathers just are not doing it, and some are not doing it based off choice. So, um, and I run into a lot of women that are going through that. and they need resources. They
Mm-hmm.
just don't have it. They just cannot do it alone. I don't care how much you could be making $50,000, $60,000 a year. And if you're living in Fort Lauderdale, that's really nothing if you are raising kids, children alone. Um, that's a burden that sometimes I don't mind sharing with a parent. And if I have whatever resources, whatever I can get them, whatever, whatever, I don't care what it is, it's the struggle. I struggled. I struggled for a long time um, with my three girls. So because of my struggle, I know firsthand what some women are going through. I'm not going to say all of them because some of us can be, a little on the, not so good side. But as far as my struggle, um, without, no child support, um, no anything, it took people like my sisters, my moms, my cousins, my aunts, people that encouraged me. And that same type of encouragement is what I try to do when it comes to other women, because we're not supposed to take what was done for us and just keep it. We're supposed to take it and we share it. So that's, that's that's the way it should be. That's the way, and that's the way in my life. That's the way it is.
That's what's very important. Sort of like the giftings that God has given us, they're not for us, they're for everybody else. So
They're not for us.
when you keeping
They're
all
not
that
for
and
us.
holding all that in, you got a whole generation, a whole generation of people that's looking to you, not it, looking to you for something, looking to
Hmm.
you, especially if you're in leadership.
Right.
If you're a black queen, you're a black boss, you CEO, then you got people looking to you for
Yes.
something,
Hmm.
and something you can give them, something you can say to them, something you can do for them.
Right.
Is going to give them that push, that
Hmm.
extra motivation, that healing,
Hmm.
that wisdom that they need to keep pushing.
To keep pushing. Right. Right. Because and and I know there are plenty of times you just want to say, you know what, forget this. There are plenty of moments where I thought to myself, you know what, if why do I have to do everything? Why can't I jump ship? Now,
Oh my God.
if I jump ship, it's gonna be a whole mess, you know. But
You
um,
don't put me off them legs.
those in those times, and I always say, um, had it not been for my relationship with God, um, things that have things that could have happened didn't happen.
Right.
And I'm a living witness that he will show you and direct you in the way that you should go. And a lot of people use certain scriptures as cliche. If you, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll direct your path. I know for a fact. Listen, his roadmap is the only roadmap. Um, and I have some stories regarding his roadmap, because a lot of times church people will tell you to do certain things that God really don't want you to do. Church people will tell you to stay in things, or stay in things and situations, and God does not want you to stay. So I had to learn, you know what? I'm not listening to you. I'm going to listen to God, because when I listen to you, I was awake. Oh, somebody woke me up at 5 o'clock in the morning when I was supposed to have left already, and says, "Hey, you got to go." It's just like that job. God is telling you, nagging you, you need to leave. You need to get out of there. Then he causes situations like the pandemic
Come
where you get furloughed.
on. Come
You know
on.
what I'm saying? So, and then, but you know what? Without a lot of times we try to stay in things thinking that it's just the right thing to do, but that is not the God thing to do. So I'm learning to follow and listen to him. I don't want to listen to myself anymore. I don't even really want to listen to people anymore because I'm at the point now, if it's not from God, I don't need to hear it. I
Yeah.
don't need to hear it.
Yeah.
So same as, with how Raising Queens is. It's not necessarily a religious organization, but some people wonder why I move the way I move, and for some people it's called slow, but for me it's called um, doing things at the right time,
In God's
um,
time.
not doing things in pre-season. I want to do things during the season, in my season, and make sure that what I do and when I do it, believe me, it's bomb. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? As in good, because I waited for that time. So um, that's did I get off topic?
No, it's a conversation. We're having a
Yes.
conversation.
So that's as far as sisterhood and all that other those great things. Those are some things that I when I'm talking to women, um, I am big on what is your path. Who are you following? Who are you listening to? Who's in your ear? Um, I know I've been there. I am divorced. I did try to save my marriage, but it just was not what he wanted, and I just couldn't help it. And it'll slap you in the face. So if you're not listening to what God says, you're not, don't listen to what people say. Listen, follow God. Simple as that. Follow God. And a lot of us, when we have our intuition, if it's your intuition, follow it. Follow it. Your intuition is coming from somewhere. Follow it. Enough of trying to appease people. It's time to appease two people. There's you and God.
Amen.
Yeah.
And that's why we fall into those places. Um, 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 we fall into all these different. We fall into all this chaos, all this turmoil in our lives because of the dictation of man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, I agree with that. We have to follow God. It's the only route in navigation that that we need.
Right.
Because I tell people all the time, well, I mean, he ain't gonna tell you to stay somewhere that you're not getting treated right. After a while, you
Yeah.
know, when he's taking you through that and you finally have learned the lesson,
Mm-hmm.
he'll give you a way of an escape. You
Mm-hmm.
just got to take it.
You have to take it. You have to take it. But as you said, people will have you in certain situations forever,
Yeah.
not really understanding your struggle, not really understanding your pain, not understanding what's happening where you are. But they take that and, well, girl, at least you got a man. Well, girl, at least you got a job. Uh-uh. What's more important is your health and your peace of mind. And if you do not have either one of those in good standing, you are not in the right place. So it is, imperative that we find that balance of who we're following, who we're listening to, who's in our ear. And it's also important to
Right.
have, if you're going to have people in your ear, have people that are positive, that are helpful, not enablers. We don't need enablers. We need people that are going to be straight up and say, look, sister, you know, you ain't right. You need to calm yourself down. Let's work this thing out. Let's do this. So those are the type of people I like around me. I don't want nobody telling me I'm right all the time, because I'm not. I am not. I don't want nobody know I got something in my nose and ain't gonna tell me I got it in my nose. Tell me.
Don't do me like that. No, we got to go out here in public.
Okay. Don't tell. Let me know that my dress is tucked in my underwear. You know, don't have me going out there like that. And it's the same way when you're dealing in relationships, when you're dealing with, um, yes, when you're dealing with job relations, when you're dealing with family relations, you want people that are not enabling you, but you want people that are going to be straight up and truthful to you.
Yeah. Them the only people you need in your corner. First
Hmm.
of all, I'd rather take a person who just gonna tell me sort of like how you was. You know what I'm saying? Peeking around that corner, Miss Peaches, Miss Peaches, you might want to do it this way. When my head was hot, saying, "No, I'm gonna tell them how
Yeah.
I feel." No, do it like this, and you
You know,
you
have to
you
have that.
you got to have that strength.
You have to have that strength. But see, on the flip side, so yes, I had to calm you down, but there was moments where, Peaches was like, listen, Jay, you need to do this. Now you don't, this is a situation where you don't need to be calm, and don't you let them do that. But see, that's the type of sisterhood you need. There's always a balance, you know.
Hmm.
So you have Peaches, you have Jandra or Miss J, as people call me, and they knew that balance was going to, that balance going to be. Peaches is a go getter. She's tough. She's strong. She gonna tell it, like it is. She don't care who's around. Jay was the calm one at times, you know, but Peaches encouraged me to speak. You understand what I'm saying? And I encouraged her, break it down just a little bit, Peaches. It's okay. Everything is going to be okay. So you need those types of friends, though, because guess
Hmm.
what? If I'm not doing what something that is necessary and something that needs to be done or something that needs to be said, and my friends are around me and just letting people just walk all over me,
Hmm.
that's not a friend. That's really not a friend. That's not true sisterhood. True
Right.
sisterhood is about bringing balance. True sisterhood is about four people, four different personalities, but just getting along and understanding each other and understanding where we all want to go, what our end of the road is going to look like. So, and we push each other, but we push each other knowing our strengths. We push each other knowing our weaknesses. We push each other knowing things that what we're lacking. We push each other knowing what we're also gifted at. So true sisterhood encompasses all of those
Hmm.
um, variables, So that's one of the things I've always appreciated about Peaches. I've always been a mouth person. I am mouth. I've been a mouth. I've been a fighter too, but Peaches took it to another level. But I appreciated that because at the end of the day, I knew my sister had my back, period, and she knew I had her back. And anybody that is around me, anybody that's in my circle knows I have their back without talking behind their back. They know. It's called being authentic. I am authentic. If I say it in your face, you best believe it's going to come out whether you like it or not. It's like I said, it's our jobs to uplift each other, not
Hmm.
enable negative behaviors.
And another thing about sisterhood is at some point in your sister's life, if you really the sister, not the sister that when you see your sister down, you go tell everybody else that
Hmm.
she down and out,
Hmm.
or that something happened in her home and you go tell everybody else she's so stupid and this what happened and this and that. No, true sisterhood is at times you're gonna be the counselor. At times you're gonna be the babysitter. At times you're gonna be the auntie. At
Hmm.
times you're gonna be the bank. At times, you're gonna be the
Yes.
chauffeur. So
Yes.
all this is true sisterhood. When
Oh,
we,
that's true. Good.
you get what I'm saying? When we fall
Mm-hmm.
into that category, and we
Yes.
understand that at times you're gonna be the midnight phone call. Get
Yes.
up.
Yes.
I
And be
text,
ready.
I text Dana, my sister Dana. I text Dana at about 12 midnight one night. Not knowing
Mhm.
that she would have answered back or nothing like that, but I was sick.
Mm.
I specifically said to her that I don't know if I'm gonna make it through the night. She immediately went to praying and went to texting people.
Mm.
You know, she was up, she was there, she was able to do that. When we are in a place to assist our sisters, that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
If you see your brother taking over in a fault or a trespass, then you got to go to them. You see
Hmm.
your sister doing bad over here. I don't care if she's in a relationship and her mental just ain't right for her to come out that relationship. Then
Exactly.
be the counselor, the therapist, or whatever you need to be to her
Hmm.
until she
Hmm.
comes out of that.
Until, yeah,
I take sisterhood
absolutely.
very too because when I got here to Colorado, it was three sisters, three, okay, and three sisters that was ready to ride down here for the cause. They was ready to jump on the plane for the stuff I was going through in my house.
Wow.
Sisterhood. These three sisters, Jandra, her sister Dana, Robin. Oh, they didn't play. I'm all the way in Colorado, and they didn't care if they had to jump on a flight. Checked in
Yeah.
with me, check my head space. Just because I'm in Colorado don't mean they don't know me.
Hmm.
Don't matter where your sister at. Wherever your sister at, she can always use your encouraging words. She can always use your help.
Hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm where I'm at today
Hmm.
because they prayed me out of a mental space. Out of a mental breakdown. I would send them pictures of me crying. It was hard, y'all. But my sisters, I knew I had sisters that if I heard their voice, if I just knew that they was just a part of that, like they care about what was going on with me, it made my days go faster and easier. You don't know how much you give, how much strength you give to your sister when you for real.
When you're for real.
But you don't
When
know how
you're
much
for
you
real.
hurt them when you're not.
Hmm. Yep. And when people find out that you're not, and that's like the most hurtful um, feeling in the world. When you've been a friend and find, or been a sister, and then find that that sister really isn't a sister, it's for those empaths, you know, that's a hard, that's a hard hit. So I try my best and my earnest plea is to just try to be as authentic as I can to everybody that I encounter, because at the end of the day, you're really, and you know what? Let me backtrack just a moment. A lot of people take your empathy and for weakness, but it's really not your. You're not, during the times that you're being an empath, that is your strongest moment. That's your strongest power. So it's not that you're being soft. It's not that you're being weak. You are you're you're giving the most powerful part of you, which is love and actually caring about someone. So when you give that to someone, to a sister, to a brother, I don't care who it is, and it's not reciprocated or is taken for, oh, I'm just going to use her, you're really messing up with your life. You're messing with your life. And um it will behoove a person, do not do that. You guys out there in the land of Facebook, if someone is showing you kindness and love and they're being authentic, they're telling you the truth. And the problem with a lot of women, we really don't want people telling us the truth. We want you to be our friend as long as you're telling us things that sounds good to us. As long as you know you ain't got no business wearing that outfit because your body was not made for it. But as a friend, as a true sister, I'm going to say, you know what? Maybe you should cover or do this part of let's wear something that compliments you, you know, a little better. I'm not going to be that friend and say, "Oh, girl, that look good." I'm not going to do that. That's not true sisterhood. Because see, now we're going out and you look a hot mess, but I'm good. You understand what I'm saying? So it will. We really have to be mindful of this sisterhood. We're in the age now where we call everybody sis. Everybody is sis. I am real careful of who I call sister. I am so careful because I know everybody's not my sister.
So not
Yeah,
not everybody. And
everybody's
you,
not my sister.
and just you telling that your sister
Mm-hmm.
about the dress code
Mm-hmm.
is thank you. Because now you building my self-esteem. You assisting me with something.
Right.
Because a lot of times people think that you be judging. A lot of stuff is not judging. It's not judgment, especially when you've been in a place and you
Right.
coming from a place.
And
And nine
yeah.
times out of 10, the sister that you're around is gonna have dealt with something that you've dealt with. That's why she clinging to you. Because
Mm-hmm.
the same issue she got right now, you came out of that issue. So
Mm-hmm.
you know how to handle you're gonna know how to handle her without
Right.
judging or hurting her. Listen, since I had low self-esteem, so what I would do is I would put on stuff that after a while my sister was telling me, okay, now I'm gonna need you not to do that no more because okay, I know you look good. Stop
Mm-hmm.
putting on stuff for so that somebody could see you got to look good to you.
Right. Yeah.
You got to look good to you first. So thank you, sister, for telling me, helping me with me, helping me look in the mirror and see my beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Helping me look in the mirror and see my nice curves. And I could say to myself, oh, yes, I
Mm-hmm.
am a woman and I am worth and I'm phenomenally,
Yes.
all that tight thighs and, high rise, hips and
You
all
are,
that.
you
That's
are peaches.
me.
You are fine. She is fine. Peaches is fine. Got it. Yes.
Time between the hair, time
Yes.
between the hair, time between the hair.
Okay.
But that's you lifting me up. So I don't have to,
Yes.
I don't have to, I don't have to demean myself
Exactly.
anymore because
Mm-hmm.
you've assisted me in an area that I needed help in that I couldn't see that I needed help in. Now I don't have low self-esteem no more. Let me tell you something. Heels and all that type of stuff, I was gifting them, but because I felt like I could never walk in them, and I felt like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But my sister Dana is fine as can be when she is in those stilettos,
And she
even
wear
with
them
her short,
stilettos.
with her
And
little
I don't like
Afro
standing
kinky
next to her when
tail.
she have them on.
What? Love the skin that she in. Huh?
Yes.
Jandra's sister. Jandra the same way. They love the skin that they in. I was I was around women who were very positive because they also had a mother that stayed positive with them. See, my mama was my mama, but I didn't have that. I didn't have those daily talks. I didn't have those phone calls and stuff like that. I was just the daughter. So I didn't have all that. I didn't get the groomings on the back and the pats and stuff and the encouragement talks and the motivational speaks.
Mm-hmm.
I got the lectures that I never understood why I was getting them because I
Mm-hmm.
was never that type of child. But I got around some women who have that, who stay positive, and their energy rubbed off on me, made me a better person. That's why I have better relationships with women And instead of judging you where you at, I see you where you at. Now I can talk to you where you at,
Right. Hmm.
and I can help you where
Hmm.
you at.
Yeah. And that's, family. That's the family dynamic, is a major, like I said earlier, we were in a family full of women. It might have been four boys. So um, when it comes to family, and I'm not going to say our relationship is estranged, but from our grandmother, just watching her um, as a young woman, how she carried herself. When she walked in the church, she was the best looking thing in the church. She looked good. They talking about child. She looked good. She wore nice clothes. And that was something to be admired. Her hair was always done. My mom and my aunt, they were always like just dressed for no reason. And let me tell you something. And I always say this. My mama, a lot of what we learned was just by watching, not necessarily what she said, but just by watching. So when you watch a woman be a woman, you can learn a lot.
Mhm.
So, but we can learn a lot, but we're not necessarily going to follow in her footsteps. This lady dresses up to go to bed. Me, I try to put on the ugliest thing, ugliest thing I could find. She gonna have on some lipstick. She gonna have on some eyeshadow, and didn't have no bad skin. Now I couldn't do that. I couldn't go to bed with all that and dressed up with makeup on and all that without breaking out.
Oh
Good
my
skin.
God. Oh my
Uh,
God.
she'll have on her little hair net thing with her that little one roller sticking out from underneath it. I'm like, what? What's that? What kind of style is that, lady? But just watching her be a woman, and listen, I never heard my daddy complain about it. Now, mind you, he look at us when we
I'm
was
serious.
going to bed, like, what is you wearing? But that's what she did. You know what I'm saying? That's what she did. So watching her be a
Mm-hmm.
woman around the house, it spoke volumes to I believe all three of us. Um, like I said, I still to this day, my face gonna be clean at night before I go to bed because I'm gonna have all kinds of breakouts. But she was doing that. So through what she did and what she showed us, hey, when y'all walk out the house, one, you represent me. So you're not walking out the house looking any kind of way. You're gonna you're gonna be dressed. You're gonna look good. You're gonna look, as she would say, presentable. Now I know, like once we got in college, she was like, "Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do," because when I was in college, I don't think I wore clothes.
Ooh.
But just learning and watching her, watching my mom, my aunt, watching my grandmother, and then I have cousins. I have two cousins, Stephanie and Ruby. Shout out to y'all, um, who also dress. So it's a that sisterhood that we built within the family. Um, it was just something that really we couldn't help. So we never was there. We never tore each other down. We never, um, said, "Oh, girl, you don't look good in that." We were honest with each other, but not honest where you're like tearing people down. So it's just not in us to do it. Our jobs, and we grew up building each other, and that building each other just branched out to building other people. So that's why family is so important. Um, family, to me, without family, without a good family dynamic, it's just uh, I don't see too many people that um, do what we do, that don't have at least one person in their family that they admire. or want to follow, be like. So yeah, so I grew up around the sisterhood is just embedded in me. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't
So,
help it. It's just in me.
so take us into that next phase.
The next phase. What do you mean?
Keep going. But we on this journey. We going to the we want you to go into
So
that
we're
next
going to go to the
phase.
next phase. So, well, I know that I do want to touch on, once again, listening to the voice of God. And one of the things I always said, eventually I'll tell my story. I'll give a little sneak peek. So I mentioned earlier about my time in Atlanta. I was married, and for I don't even remember. I think 4.5, 5 years, something like that. But one of the things, and I want to really encourage the ladies in regards to listening to the voice of God, because at one point in my life, I did care about what people thought. I cared about what people said about me. I cared about what their perception of me was. I just cared. I absolutely cared. And moving forward, I ended up getting a divorce. I divorced in 2007. When I moved back here, my oldest was 4. She was turning 4. My middle baby, she was 2, and I was pregnant with my last one. So it was a struggle when I got back here. And had it not been for family, had it not been for family, I don't know where, and friends, I will say, because I still had some friends back here when I got back. So had it not been for their push, I wouldn't be where I am today. But fast forwarding to where listening to the voice of God is so important. So I I'm trying to figure how can I say this without sounding like I'm bashing, but my ex had an addiction. And as much as I tried and I wanted to work things out, but there was a pull. Um, my intuition um, and Holy Spirit pushing me and pulling me and saying no, and just really saying, listen, it's not going to work out. So stop killing yourself, stop stressing yourself to do it. Now, doing all of the necessary things to make sure things worked out. Um, so I'm going to fast forward some more to the point where my wake up call was okay. So during this time, years moved past, and um, we all believe, and I still feel strong that a father should be in a child's life all day, every day. I am a strong advocate for that. But this is one thing that I found that I was doing. I was I was making sure that my daughter's father was in their lives for a long time. But things were happening during that time, and things were happening that were not good. So, um, listening to people, that he has to be there. He got to be in their life. I don't care what he's doing. I don't care what's happening. He's their dad, da da da. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that. And one night I had a dream. And in this dream, um, God literally, like, I still get chills when I think about it. he told me to stop. I was like, what do you mean, stop? Don't let him go back. Just stop. Because what's happening, if you will continue to allow it to happen, their blood is going to be on my hands. And that's not anything popular to do. One of the things I did, sometimes you when you hear stuff from God and it's like, I need a second opinion. So it was so funny. I said, okay, God, well, since you're saying this, I'm going to go to the child support office because I need money. Went there. Lady told me, she said, listen, you filed when, I don't want to get all into the details, but anyway, she said, listen, he is we can't find him. Give up. And she literally told me, she said, stop. Lady in child support office. She said, stop. God got this. So I told that story because there are so many times we try to do things and we try to control things that are things that are not in our power to control. I don't care what it is. It can be a job. It can be the same situation that I had. If you are trying to control it yourself, you are damned to fail. You cannot do it yourself. And that is one of the things in this life, in my journey, that I have learned to stop trying to control the situation myself, stop trying to do what we feel is the popular thing to do. Or in my case, I thought it was just ethical. I thought it was ethical because I feel that every child should be with their dad.
Oh, yeah.
But if he is not ready to be with those kids and you continue to allow them to be around him, you are abusing them. I enjoyed it because I was getting a break. But the abuse that they were enduring, the things that they were seeing and experiencing, it was on me. And I was going to be held accountable. Why? Because I just needed a break. I need a break from my pockets. So yeah, they can go on over there. But I had a wake-up call. I will never forget. It was late at night, and I woke up that next morning after speaking to the lady. Because remember, I needed confirmation. I wanted to make sure that was actually God and not the devil talking to me. I had to. But when she said stop, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I made that phone call. And what God said was once he gets it together, then things can change. I can't do it. I can't make him do it. They can't make him do it. They can love him. They can still love him. They're grown now. But that was my wake-up call. And it brought me to the point of learning to listen. And I not just learning to listen, but after I've listened, I'm going to do what he says. I'm going to follow the path that he has predestined for me. So not just listening. We tell my little nephew, because when he wants us to shut up, he says, I'm listening. I'll listen. I'll listen. Okay, but we get it. You can hear. We know you're listening, but you're not doing anything that we tell you to do.
Romello.
Romello, shout out to my little nephew, Romello. He's a
I'm
great listener.
Robin child.
He listens enough to tell you what he's not going to do.
Yeah,
But are we being obedient? Are we listening to obey and
that's good.
follow?
That's good. Are we listening to obey? That's good.
Hmm. Yeah. So
And a lot of
that's
times we listen.
that is so important, especially women, Robin. Listening, that'll keep you out of some bad relationships. It'll keep you out of off the wrong jobs. It'll even keep you from buying the wrong car. Listen,
Listen.
it works. He tried that today. Did you tell him?
You try that every day with you, Robin.
I'm gonna listen.
You
I'm
push
gonna listen.
But yeah, listening to obey.
Yes,
And yes, Diminy, obedience
yes,
is key.
it's the key. It's the key. It's the key, and that's what everything. That's what everything. Obedience is the key. Obedience is the key.
So, we appreciate you for giving us a little intimate session of you. I know. Sometimes I pull it out of folks,
I
but
know, right?
but for
But
all my women on here, all my sisters, all my queens. One thing about sisterhood is that you got to know your worth. You understand what I'm saying? We travel down these roads. We do. We get into some situations. We do. What it's not knowing who you are when you go backward
hmm
because you miss something. You miss something. You didn't hear something or you didn't take heed to something.
hmm
We all there. That's why sisterhood is so important that we
yes,
don't down one another. Black women are the most hypocritical women, critiquing women of one another. Why we have no reason to be jealous of each other. Not when you say you know God,
right, yes,
because you
right,
understand that God gave everybody a different measure.
exactly.
Talent, gifts, faith. I mean, he gave all of us a different measure. Just because I don't have what my sister Jay have right now, don't mean that somewhere down the line I won't get it. But I shouldn't be comparing what she got anyways. I should
Exactly.
be rejoicing with her, happy that she was able to raise 3 kids on her own, and she got a house, and she got a brand new car, and she got her own business. Come on, you got to learn how to rejoice with those who are rejoicing, who God is bringing. Because see, you be jealous of your sister, not knowing that God is elevating her. You be jealous of your sister, not knowing the struggles behind what you see. You be jealous of your sister, not
hmm
understanding the long nights, not understanding the money, the sacrifices and the risks that they took to get what they got. Not knowing that your sister almost lost her life to be an advocate for what she's an advocate for now. Domestic violence and molestation and rape. Coming out of some stuff
mm
where where she needs queens, true queens.
True queens.
We can say women, but we at the end of the day, we queens. And we have to know how to carry ourselves as queens. We have to understand that queens are the light in the dark place. We are. We the ones that hold households down. We the ones that take on the weight, the real weight. The men work, our kings they work, they provide and stuff like that, but we take on some real weight because we have to even take on the weight of the world by way of them because of what they have to deal with out there in that world.
Right. Yep.
You know,
hmm Yep.
you just got to you got to be if you listening if you say you loving God, your actions got to line up with that.
Mhm.
I love God. I serve God. And you can't stand your sister or your brother?
Your
Okay,
brother,
so what God are you serving?
right? Right? Yeah.
Ooh, what God are you serving? So the,
Sisterhood.
the importance of she don't broke down the importance of sisterhood, even what she had to go through and had her sisters who kept her in her mindset. Further down, met me, we both kept each other together. Now she keeping other young ladies together, giving them education, making them aware.
Mhm.
I have to ask this question for you to expound on. I'm gonna throw it out there.
Oh Lord.
I want y'all ladies to listen to this because a lot of times people feel like because you bring truth to something, because you expose it, and because you break it down, that you feel you better and you feel like you can judge somebody. When you're dealing with these young women, bringing them education, bringing them awareness, it's not your in teaching them things. It's not your mindset in the same place that it was in when you was teaching your daughters.
Oh yeah.
So why
Yeah.
would people feel like you judging?
Some people, and it has a lot on upbringing. Um, and it has a lot to do with what they are dealing with inwardly. Um, you listen, every child, and I know a lot of times my daughters would be like, "Oh, they're not your kids." When I pour myself into another person, I it's from a place. It's from a place that I actually come from. Um, it's undescribable, but to have people that feel that um, we are judging, that's is on them. And you know what I've come to the point, I let people think what they want to think. I don't I don't care anymore. I don't care, and I think I said that earlier. I don't care what people think anymore. I really don't. I have a I don't want to use the word goal, but I have a destiny. And my destiny is to grab every girl, and right now it's girls. God really hasn't, even though I do work with a lot of boys, believe me, I'm a mommy to a lot of boys. I didn't have any by birth, but I do have some sons. Um, but because of my passion for getting young ladies, um, helping them on the right path, um, I don't care. People can think what they want. They really can.
Amen.
I don't care. I don't even entertain people anymore. You know what? At one point, when I was just starting Queen Sister, I used to get intimidated when I would see other people or other women um, moving forward with their girls group. But I once again listening to people, and then I'd be like, okay, well, I'm not going to do this anymore because I see other people doing something within the same realm of what I'm doing. But why am I worried about what other people are doing? That's not my job to worry about what other people are doing, and I'm over that. I am so over it because I feel that I can't get every girl, but I can get a remnant of girls who that I know that God have designated just for me so that I can touch their lives, so I can make sure they have the proper things that they need, that they are able, if they want to go to college, they're able to go to college. If they need help getting into college, we can get them the help. So there are some girls out there. So for me to get intimidated, or for me to start looking at what other people are doing, that's throwing me off. That'll throw me off. And for those who are judging what I'm doing, it's going to throw them off, because they're too busy worried about what I'm doing and not focused on what their mission is supposed to be.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm over that. I think we've been through, and you too, Peaches, we've been through too much to have to worry about what other people think.
Amen.
And I'm sure every woman on this live have been through too much to worry about what the next person is doing. It's time for us to pick up our mantle, and it's time for us to go. And it's time for us to run with it. And it's time for us to run with vigor, not looking to the left, not looking to the right, not looking behind us, but looking straight ahead, not worrying about what anybody thinks.
Because at the end of the day, you got to pick up your own cross and bear it.
That's right.
And if
And
you
those
if
people
you
that
ain't
God
doing what
have
God says,
waiting for you,
that's right.
yeah, I'm on a mission.
That's why I say you got to keep moving. You got to keep going. What
Mhm.
it Small beginnings are great beginnings. They're always great beginnings. You learn a whole lot with them small beginnings.
Yeah, yeah.
I built OCL from, and remember, you didn't
Hmm.
even know this. I didn't even know you could write grants.
Hmm.
That's how much knowledge I didn't have about my own nonprofit.
Hmm.
But I got around people who were smart. She taught me how to put the types of words in the grant. Because she did that, I went to BC College and did me a class on grant writing, passed the class, and now I'm a grant writer as well. Sisters should be helping sisters. Hey, shoot your sister into the next dimension. Hey,
Yeah,
what you
let's
need?
do
Because
it. Hmm.
I helped her in one way, but she was able to help me in another way. And neither one of us are jealous of the next person's success. If there's anything, I want to be a part of it, but I'm in Colorado.
Yes,
I'm just saying.
we have to branch out. We have to branch out. That'll be where we go camping, camping and skiing. We're gonna,
I'll be your guide.
we're gonna take the girls camping and skiing. Uh,
I hope ain't none of them scared because
well,
y'all gonna need one to go with me.
listen. First of all, you know how I am with cold. Okay.
Well, we ain't camping in the cold. That's
Oh
that's
yeah.
for one.
Okay.
All that snow out there right now, we ain't camping in it.
No.
But but I truly thank God for the conversation today because um it's Black History Month and there's a whole lot going on this month.
Yes.
And I want to say this, and I'm going to say this real stern. I want everybody to stop saying that February is Black History Month. Okay,
Hmm.
that's it. First of all, you can get the first people of this earth, this United Nations, only 1 month. So let's say 2021, 2022, 2023, moving forward,
Moving forward.
every month is Black History Month
Hmm.
because we need to celebrate one another.
Hmm.
We need to make sure that we out there paving the ground with what needs to be done in our Black communities for our Black people, our Black children, for our Black needs. That's what we need to be doing. That's
Yep.
one thing that we did together.
Hmm.
We was over there in the community and we made sure that people got what they need. So we got it. That's what we got to do, sisters.
That's right. That's right.
That's what we got to
Sisterhood. We
do.
got to build. We got to build.
We got to start now. So if you on here, I believe Denise says she wants to meet you.
Okay.
Denise um, is I don't know if you're in that group. In spite of I choose to love, that's Denise group.
Okay.
But Denise is also community leader and feeds the homeless and all that type of stuff. She
Okay.
does the work. She's been
Okay.
doing the work for a long time.
Mhm.
So Denise would be somebody that would be great to partner with
Awesome.
a lot of stuff that you're doing with your nonprofit. And she's a giver.
Mhm.
You know, the one thing about her is that she's a giver. So she said it again. She would love to meet you. So
Awesome. Definitely. Yes.
I'll introduce you both through Messenger, and
Okay.
you guys can go from there. I don't know if she's your friend or not, but I do it through Messenger.
Okay.
But I thank y'all for coming on tonight. Ginger, do you have any last words for our sisters?
No, just keep let's keep building. Let's keep building. Whatever it is that God has put in your hands to do, do it. And let us uplift each other. Let's if there's anything that you need resources and you can always whoever you are, I mean I can't see anything, but definitely, let me know. Let's partner. Let's make a difference. Let's make a change. Let's change the world. I'm ready. We're on a mission. Let's continue this sisterhood.
That's right. Continue the sisterhood. And I'm over in Colorado and still beating these streets. The community, I told y'all, the community work does not end. It
No,
doesn't.
no,
Trust
no.
me, I got a lot of folks mad because I'm raising my voice in certain areas because I guess I'm the transplant is what they call me.
Oh
But
wow. Okay.
but God put me here for a reason. So I'll be the transplant
Mm.
that delivers the message.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
oh well.
Yes. Yes.
All right, y'all.
That's
So I thank
right.
y'all for tuning in. Next week, we got another episode of Friday Straight Transparency. Friday at
Awesome.
9 p.m. If y'all have any questions for the lady of the hour, the queen of the hour, her name is Jandra Alexander. If you want information about her if you need information about her nonprofit and all that, tell them how they can find you.
You can find me on Facebook. Just look me up, Jandra Alexander. And also my Instagram is, I believe it's Jandra Alexander as well. I do have a website. It is still in the process of being what's the word, rebuilt? I don't, I can't think of
Yeah,
the word. It's rebuilt?
yeah.
Yes. So
Okay.
it will be up by next, or complete by next week. I mean, you can see some of the things that we have done in the community. Like I have our scholarship. Uh, my scholarship giveaway is happening in May. I give away 5 care package scholarships to deserving girls who have a minimum of 250 um, volunteer hours, because our program is based off volunteering and doing community work. And yes, they can still do community work during COVID. There are plenty of food drives, plenty of clothes drives, so they can, go through all that. So they get about $500 for care package for those girls that are traveling and going away to college. And then I can go on about some of the other programs that we have, but that'll take another another 10 minutes. So, but
But,
definitely you can
but what was the website?
Queen Sister. The website is Queen Sister, but they're not going to see anything right now because it's right
Okay.
now like literally under maintenance. But I do have Raising Queens, which is on Facebook, and you can go on there and see some of the events that we have done. I've been working that for about 4 years now. So
All right. Well, that's how you can find Queen Sister and
yes,
be a part of that particular movement. I know we got our own nonprofits, so we got our own businesses, but let's get to networking so that we can continue to support one another in this black venture for
yes.
real. You know, and we gonna support you. Just be reasonable. Be reasonable. I don't see some unreasonable stuff like Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Y'all be reasonable to your own. We gonna support you. We is,
yeah,
but
yeah, definitely. Def-
let's just not don't go there. You ain't got to go there. We gonna support.
you don't have
You
to kill
know,
us.
we gonna support.
Oh gosh.
So I love y'all, and I
Love
thank y'all
you.
for tuning in. I
Yes.
love you, Jay.
Love you.
We'll stay on after this, but if y'all have any questions, y'all always can inbox me. Remember the email address where y'all can get in touch with me, ask me questions. If y'all have a topic that y'all want to talk about on Friday Night Straight Transparency, send it to me. If you want to be a part of Friday Straight Transparency, let me know so that I can get you a date. I'm just
Yes.
saying, this keeps going, and y'all better hurry up because my April don't filled up now, so I'm looking to fill up May. So y'all be about God's business and he'll be about y'all business. But make sure that we're always got some encouraging words, some uplifting words, some nice motivational things to say to our sisters when we see them. If you see them down and you know you can't help them, refer them to the person that can. Don't try to do too much of what you can't do because then you end up burnt out, then you end up mad, then you end up talking about your sister. I'm
Yep.
just telling you the truth. It's true.
That's how it
Okay.
works, right?
I work, man, she always got problems. God, man, I just helped her last week. I'm just saying, don't bite off what you can't chew.
And two.
That way you stay out of that area of putting your mouth on your sister. So I love y'all. Again, I love y'all. I don't say it about 15 times, but I do because you got supporters. I will see y'all next Friday. Peace.
Peace. Take care.